2 years ago, Sweden's national operator SJ launched their Euronight service from Germany to Stockholm, finally offering some competition to Snälltåget's offering on the same route. And tonight we'll be on board the train in a private sleeping room. So come along and find out why this is one of my most favorite night trains. Moin and guten Abend from Hamburg Hauptbahnhof. Located in the heart of the city and well connected to all forms of public transportation, it is Germany's most frequented railway station and the country's main railway link to the Nordics. As the station is designed as the so-called Reiterbahnhof, the station hall is located at street level, while all tracks run underneath the station and are accessible via stairs and escalators. The station is mainly accessed via one of two main entrances that lead right into the quite impressive connecting hall, the so-called Wandelhalle. Here you can find everything a larger train station offers, from staffed ticket offices, automated ticket machines and lockers for your luggage, to various eateries and even a supermarket. Numerous arrival and departure boards are located throughout the station as well. And if you're in for a few truly stunning views, you can even find an elevated observation deck here. And in my opinion, the views from it are especially beautiful at night. But after catching these truly staggering views, it's time to slowly make our way to our train. Tonight we'll be taking the Euronight 346 to Stockholm Centralstation, operated by Sweden's national train operator SJ. Our train will be departing from platform 7, which, like all tracks, can be accessed from the station's main hall. And as you can see, it is already about to arrive, currently being hauled by a former Deutsche Bahn Class 101, built by Adtranz and now owned by the private railway operator RDC Deutschland after being previously operated by DB Fernverkehr for many years. The locomotives are capable of speeds up to 220 km or 137 miles per hour and were the main workhorses for intercity trains in Germany before Deutsche Bahn started phasing them out in 2021. During the night, the locomotive will be changed multiple times though, until finally an SJ RC6 will haul us to Stockholm. Alright, let's get aboard and search for our cabin. As is quite typical for night trains, the boarding process was rather chaotic, with many people frantically searching for their compartment. And before I reach my compartment, the train already departs Hamburg Hauptbahnhof, passing the beautiful Binnenalster Lake and making its way north. And as we are on our way now, it's time to take a look at our route for tonight. Tonight we will travel from Hamburg to Stockholm aboard the SJ Euronight 346. During the night, we will stop at Pål, Copenhagen Airport, Malmö, Lund, Hässleholm, Alvestor, Nässjö, Linköping and Norrköping before arriving at Stockholm Centralstation at about 10 in the morning. Our journey is about 1,134 kilometers or 704 miles long and is scheduled to take 11 hours and 54 minutes, which gets us an average speed of 95.3 kilometers or 59.2 miles per hour. In the meantime, I was able to reach my cabin. Tonight I have booked a private second-class sleeper cabin for two. Our cabin is rather tiny, but offers everything we need for the night. So let's take a look at it. To at least get a little more light in, let's first unblind the window. And just as I did this, I discovered the small pack of water and sweet treat every sleeping car guest gets. Next to the cabin's window, you will find the heating control. While not needed during summer, the temperatures even in southern Sweden can quickly get as low as -10 degrees Celsius in winter, so it's definitely better to have some powerful heating on board. Next to the lower bunk, you will find a foldable sink and mirror. When not in use, it can be used as a table as well. Next to it, you will find a storage net as well as a larger mirror, a European-style power socket and a light switch for the mirror's light. Above the cabin's door, a light switch to control the cabin's main light as well as the emergency brake handle are placed. You can furthermore find dedicated storage space here. But don't expect to be able to store a large suitcase here, as the space is pretty limited. Larger luggage is better stored beneath the lower bunk. If needed, two adjacent sleeping cabins can be connected via this door, but I haven't seen any mention of this actually being done on SJ's website. Okay, let's take a closer look at the beds. Every passenger will get a reasonably sized bed with bedding as well as a towel. The bed is pretty soft and I had no problems making myself comfortable. Next to the bed, an additional storage net for personal belongings is placed. Moreover, a small cupboard for personal items can be found next to the cabin's window. You will also find more European-style power sockets below the bed. And finally, each passenger has access to a small control panel consisting of an attendant call button, a personal reading light, and a button also controlling the cabin's main light. The ladder needed for reaching the upper bunk is stored next to the lower bunk and can be securely attached to this metal rod. Passengers on the upper bunk can also use this lockable safety net as a precaution to prevent from falling. So all in all, the cabin offers everything you need for a good night of sleep. If you enjoyed my video so far, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support me and help me to make bigger and better reviews, consider becoming a member on YouTube, Patreon, Ko-fi or Buy Me a Coffee and get great perks for as little as 99 cents a month. It's getting pretty late now, so it's almost time to go to sleep. But before getting ready for bed, I would like to show you a nice little feature of SJ's offering. Although there's no dining car on board during the night, you are able to buy snacks and drinks from the train attendants at this small kiosk. If you want something substantial to eat, you gotta bring it yourself though, so better come prepared. And with that out of the way, we can get ready for bed. So let's have a look at the train's toilets that are located at the end of the carriage. Next to the toilet's door, you will find an SOS button, more than enough toilet paper, a handle in case the ride gets bumpy, and a dry towel dispenser. The toilet itself was functional and clean. The water pressure was good and enough soap was provided as well. And lastly, the typical power socket for razors was present too. So thumbs up SJ. But in case you don't want to use the toilet to freshen up and don't have access to an in-cabin sink, multiple wash basins are available in the couchette cars of the train. Now being freshened up and pretty tired, it's time for me to get to bed. And while I am asleep, we can take a look at the ticket prices. I paid 4,468 Swedish krona or about 400 euros and 58 cents for 2 refundable tickets in a private second-class sleeper room, which comes down to 200 euros and 29 cents per person. And although I think that is great value for money, especially as the ticket includes a pretty good breakfast as you will soon see, one must say that the SJ Night Train to Stockholm, just as the competing offering by Snälltåget, definitely is pretty pricey. Prices somewhat vary depending on demand though, and I traveled in August, which arguably is the month with the highest demand for this train, so you might be able to get a better price than me. And the less private but still decent offering of a bed in the shared couchette cabin starts at around 100 euros, so the train might still be an option for you even if you're on a budget. Booking tickets is pretty easy and can be done on SJ's website or app. Just select your departure and arrival station as well as the travel date, select your train, offering and flexibility options and pay for the ticket. All common forms of payment are available too. And after purchase, your tickets will be sent to you via email. I wake up after 7 hours of pretty good sleep. The quality of tracks in Denmark and Sweden is great, and apart from a short border control at the German-Danish border at around midnight, there was nothing that could have interrupted my sleep. And as I'm already pretty hungry, let's go and pick up our breakfast. As it seems, the people sleeping in the first class sleeping compartment have left already, so we can take a quick look at the most luxurious and certainly most expensive offering of the train. The first class cabin is larger in size than our second class cabin, comes with an additional leather seat and even has a private bathroom with a shower. I must say, I'm a little jealous, but paying about 350 euros per person for this cabin is a little over my current budget. During the night, various second-class seating carriages as well as a cafe car have been coupled to our train, so we can take a quick look at them as well. The first seating carriage features these blue seats, while the second one has these classy looking grey seats. And while the 2+2 layout of the seating carriages seem pretty normal, I cannot really tell you why SJ decided to put these vintage chairs and desk in this carriage. If you know better, please enlighten us and tell us in the comments. Less vintage but a great feature is this lift for passengers with reduced mobility I also found on my way to the cafe car. It's really great to see railway companies make their trains accessible, even if the rolling stock wasn't built with level boarding. But anyways, we have reached the end of the train, where the cafe car can be found. It consists of this coffee machine and this buffet corner where snacks, sweets and drinks can be bought. And this is also where sleeping car passengers can pick up their pre-prepared breakfast, which consists of a coffee or tea, a yogurt, cereal, cheese, a cherry tomato, jam, bread and a sweet treat. And having had quite a few breakfasts on night trains already, I can tell you that this is by far the best train breakfast I ever had. And just as I finish my breakfast, we are quickly closing in on Stockholm, so it's time to rate our journey. All in all, I am pleasantly surprised by what SJ's Euronight service has to offer. The journey was very comfortable and I had a good night of sleep, so it's 5 out of 5 stars here. Booking tickets is easy and self-explanatory as well. The ticket prices for sleeper cabins are a little high though. That's why I'll give 5 stars for the booking category, while it's 4 stars for the journey's price. Lastly, it's 4 out of 5 stars for miscellaneous features. The train offers a variety of food and drink options, both in the evening and in the morning, and the pre-prepared breakfast was really tasty. The only real downside is the missing Wi-Fi on board the train. In summary, however, I was really happy and would definitely take the SJ Euronight service to Stockholm once again. And with that, we have arrived at Stockholm's Centralstation. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And if you now want to take a look at Austria's second generation nightjet trains and their mini cabin offering, make sure to check out the video on screen now. Thanks for watching, see you next time.